Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Milton. Without wasting more time, please like this video for us. First of all, like the video for us because this is the only way you can encourage me to make more content for you. All right, thank you so much. So let's address the issues that recently erupted in UK or came up in the UK. For those of you who are not aware of what I'm talking about, the UK officials, or let me say the government, recently said if you are an international student, you cannot more move with your dependents or your immediate family, again, your children, your wife, or whosoever, immediate family to the UK as of January 2024. All right. And this has sparked a lot of issues, controversies around the world. So now the question is, are you still going to move to the UK? Well, with that, let's see how it's going to look like. In this video, I'm going to talk about some things that may help you. And because I've been working with students, I speak to students on one-on-one calls, I understand what all of us are going through, especially if you are broke. All right, if you are from the broke community like myself, then this is a video you need. First of all, let me say that I will be giving a particular, or let me say this video will be in particular order so that we all follow. First, I will start with those of you who are still in Africa, all right, who do not have good grades, who do not have maybe bachelor's degrees, who do not have good grades in high school, maybe on WAEC, on O levels, who do not have good grades in their bachelor's degree and they intend to migrate to the UK. As of this point, the UK may not be an option for you because I believe as an international or an international student, you should be looking at where, even if you do not intend to bring in your families to the countries in which you want to immigrate to, but in future, you may be thinking of bringing your wife or husband or children or mother or even your father to those countries in which you live. So I think that this is my opinion and an advice I'm giving you. You must not take this advice, but I think it's something you should consider. So I think if you are of this category, the UK may not be an option for you as it stands right now. This is the point. If you are still in Africa, this is because if you move to the UK now, at the end of the day, your parents may not be able to come in. All right. And probably right now, your grades are not good. All right. So what do you need to do? I will be giving the points and I will be giving you suggestion. What you need to do now, let's say you have a third class, you have poor grades, you don't have a degree and you intend to migrate and you are from the broke community. Take any opportunity that you see in any country. All right, in any country in Europe that will permit you go in with those grades of yours and that will be cheap for your budget. Maybe you can take countries like Latvia, you can take countries like Estonia, you can take countries like Lithuania, you can take countries like maybe Portugal. If you find your way in, it will be pretty difficult anyways, but I would suggest that you should try Latvia more. All right, these are some countries in the Baltic that you could try them: Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania. And if you are trying Estonia, make sure you have IELTS exam. It's mandatory. You will need it, and there is an application fee to pay, especially with Estonian universities, Latvian universities, and Lithuanian universities. But Lithuania may be the portion for you, an option for you to grab easily. Now, the problem depends on the embassy. Poland is another country you could take with very low grades. Those of you who want to migrate with Poland and have low grades, check WSB's universities, the University of Vistula, all right, and the University of Krakow, all those universities like that. Check them. It may be difficult for you. This is for you if you have poor grades and you do not have enough money. But remember, visas, I do not know how the visa works right now, but you must pay attention to it. The next people, and again, this same category with poor grades, if you have enough money, try Canadian colleges, community colleges, and not universities. It will be easy for you to go into community colleges than universities. That's the first category of people right now who intend to migrate. Then the second category, if you are already in the UK and you think that things are not going, but you do not have necessary papers, or you are still not very convinced, or you are illegal, let me put it this way, you don't have all the required documentation you need, then you may consider changing your status. The easiest way, like I always say, is the study pathway. Try to be legal, get a job and be legal, then you apply for another country. All right, if you think that the UK is not going to be feasible for you, henceforth. You apply for another country and go as a student, or you go as a permanent resident, or you go as a job seeker, you understand. But in this case, you must be legal in the UK. First of all, you cannot be illegal and go close to any embassy. Don't try it. All right, now let me take the next category. If you are already in the UK but you are nothing is working for you, you are legal, you think that nothing nothing is working for you, then I would suggest that it is high time you start looking at other places. All right, if you are in the UK and nothing is working for you but you are legal, it's high time you start looking for other places. For example, maybe you've graduated and to find a job is relatively difficult, which I don't think so, but it may occur in certain cases. So these are options you should take if you have the money. All right, I'm not saying you shouldn't have the money, because if you are legal and you don't have money, these other countries I just gave now are not going to be the best for you. But if you have the money but you think that you are not comfortable and things are not moving well in the UK, then I would suggest that you move to any of these countries. All right, the reason I'm suggesting you should move to any of these countries is because I want you to use these three pathways: the job offer ways, or looking for a job in these countries, or going to school in these countries, or going as a permanent resident in these countries, because it is going to be helpful to you more than the UK in your current situation. All right, the first country is Canada. Yes, Canada, you can move with family. The reason I talked about Canada is because it will be easy for you to get maybe permanent residency or citizenship after some years in Canada, and it's equally good. Canada is a good place welcoming immigrants. All right, right now Canada is welcoming a lot of immigrants, so you should understand this. And again, with time you can bring in your family. All right, when you have a job and you schooled in a particular province, like I always mention Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, British Columbia, Nova Scotia. All right, if to an extent Ontario. I hope you understand these are places you should target if you are like in the UK and nothing is really moving. Another country you should target with great citizenship is the USA may be difficult for you to get citizenship, but I think if you are facing some issues, then you should try studying in the UK, or maybe even going for a job offer. Jobs will be difficult. Permanent residency might be difficult in some of these countries, but going as a student would be the easiest way for you. Then another country is Finland. Finland right now have changed a lot of rules, and you can move to Finland with your family. All right, so you could look for admissions, but note that Finland admissions usually start from January, so you should consider applying to Finland in January, then moving in there with your family, or you move alone, then later on you can now bring in your family into Finland, maybe in Helsinki or Tampere or wheresoever. And again, if you bring in your family to Finland, you are going to be a student. You will work normal 20 to 25 hours, but you are the person, your dependent, your spouse or husband will work, or your wife will work 30 hours. All right, because they are going to work full time. You are working 30 hours, sorry, and your spouse will work full time. Okay, then there are other advantages like healthcare facilities and insurance and all the rest. Okay, that is for Finland. Now if you want, again, you should take Sweden. Sweden is a great country in the Scandinavian. All right, but again, remember, tuition fee in Sweden in Swedish universities are very expensive. Cheaper options may include the University of Oulua or something like that. All right, and in June, I think this June, admissions is already open in Sweden. I'm going to be talking about that very soon in another video. However, please, I just remember something. Let me say it before I continue. There is a new immigration pathway to Canada, all right, which is an update on the express entry. Before, express entry was point based, but right now it is different. The laws have changed. So in another video, a part of this one, different from this one, I will be talking about the changes, and I will be telling you about some of the things you need to follow for express entry in order to migrate to Canada. Canada is looking for workers, like I said. Another country that will accept you with family and they have great relocation packages is Portugal. I have talked about this a couple of times, and all these countries I'm talking about, I have videos about them on this YouTube channel, so you may just consider going through all those videos one after the other, so you understand. You may even consider Australia. That is in the case when you have issues in the UK, things are not going. Now the other countries I want to talk about, the group of people now I want to talk about is if you are in the UK, all right, as an old student or an old person and about to get your papers. Now, yes, you may be thinking of bringing in your family. You may be thinking that why now that my family cannot come in? And if you are about to get maybe permanent residency or citizenship in the UK, I would advise you that it is not proper for you to move out of the UK now. All right, if you are already in the process, or if you think that you are almost getting to the process of getting your papers, then remain in the UK. All right, now what do you do for your family? You can remain in the UK and send your countries. The preferred country, I would say, in this particular scenario, if you are about to get your papers in the UK, send your family to Canada if you can. All right, the reason is because they would take maybe few years to get permanent residence, and you as well could be visiting them since you are already a UK citizen. I hope you understand. It is as simple as this. But again, I understand most of us, we may not know all of these things, but it is something very important. If you are an old student and you think you are closer, but if you are not closer to getting papers, you may consider moving to North America. This is the advice I can give. Remember, I said you must not take this. I know there is somebody out there who needs to listen to this. All right, this channel is more of motivating people to migrate abroad for immigration pathways and study abroad opportunities. Okay, so that is something you should plan to do. Now, another thing is, if you are broke and you don't have any qualifications at all, if you don't have any qualifications, let's just say you ended school in let's just say you didn't even go to school, or maybe you went to school but your grades were not that good. If you didn't even go to school, you may consider taking any opportunity that comes your way. I mean, if you have any means that comes your way, anything, maybe job, any opportunity to study abroad, then this is an advantage for you. Grab it anywhere you find it, in Latvia, in Poland, in Portugal, in Sweden, Luxembourg, in Lithuania, in Finland, in Kazakhstan, in Cyprus. Anywhere, take it in as much as you have money in your pocket. For example, if you are broke, hey, don't go to Cyprus. I will not advise you, North Cyprus to be precise, all right, because you need to pay tuition fee and you need to feed, you need to pay accommodation. Jobs will not be possible there for you to get to sort out all these things. I've been there, so I know what I'm telling you about. Those who watch me since 2020, they already know my story. So if you are broke, all right, try to look for other countries. If you have any opportunity to enter immediately. Okay, take anything that you see in Europe, in South America, in North America, not South America, sorry, North America, Europe, or maybe other countries in the Schengen zone or European Union. Grab anything that you see, whether it's school, whether it's jobs. But in this case, school may be difficult because you need qualifications, at least a high school qualifications, to apply for a university or college. All right, but I would say that if you think you are still young, try to write the high school certificate, try to write the WAEC, try to write O levels, try to write advanced level. If you are still young and you are still in your home country and you think you have the money, all right, try to write all these exams so that they would qualify you to apply for at least diplomas in some of these countries and move immediately. Those of you who are about applying for programs to study in Canada, who has been watching my videos and your grades are not good, I have been insisting that if you don't have enough money, if you are broke, if your grades are not good, there are videos on this channel. Check them, check the channel, scroll all through this channel and check all those videos and watch them. Look, there is something, international student, if you are looking for immigration pathways, you must look for money, put internet in your phone, sit down, exercise patience and do the work. There are certain things that I will not have time to say. There are certain things my own colleagues will not have time to tell you, and you would be the one to follow up from these videos. There are things we say in this video, and when we are talking to you, we may forget to mention that. All right, so I think this advice is something for you. Remember, the easiest pathways to go abroad is through education. All right, jobs may work, permanent residency. Like I said, there is a change in permanent residency now in Canada using the express entry route. All right, I'm not talking about those who are already going towards provincial nominations. No, those who are using express entry, there are changes. It used to be point based selection, but right now as it stands, it looks like things are changing. They are trying to change the laws now, and I will be talking about another video. I'll be bringing this information in another video, so please make sure you watch it till the end so that you understand all those things. For those of you in UK who intend, or in Africa who wanted to move with families to the UK, please consider moving to the North America. Consider North America, Mexico, maybe from Mexico, Canada. But like I said, if you are going to North America, try and go straight inside, all right, because moving left and right is going to cost you a lot of money. I hope you grab something from this video. My name is Milton Fonkwa. Please subscribe, share the video till we meet again in another one.